Welcome to the Transfo program, and this is a mastery program. It will ask you all kinds of questions on a whole bunch of topics in transformational geometry. So this is the results page, and it shows you how many you got right, how many you got wrong, your percent, and the date that you last answered the questions on. And these are the different levels. Okay, and you can get rid of all your results in one shot by clicking on the Delete All Results button. Just make sure you really want to delete them before pressing that. And then you have a help page, which we'll go and have a look at later on. On the help page, you have videos that will show you how to do all of these different topics. All right, so plotting points. So the first level, you're asked to plot some points. So 2, 11, 2, 11, like that. And then you click the check button to see if you're right. All right, if you're right, little celebration, and if you make a mistake, a couple of things, and the correct answer is displayed, and the OK button appears beside the correct answer. All right, you can also, if you make a mistake, you can drag that around to the right spot, you can erase it and start again. Let's go and look at level 2, coordinates. All right, so you're given a point, so this point here is plotted at 12, negative 11. So we just have to put the coordinates into brackets. So brackets 12, comma, negative 11, close bracket. And then you click the check button, check to see if you're right. Okay, and if you make a mistake, okay, the correct answer is put right below, and the OK button appears there. Right, let's look at level 3, which is translations. So for the translations, we're given 3 different kinds of notations to work on. First is mapping notation. So here we're being asked to move the shape 4 steps to the right and 1 step up. Now you can do that 2 ways. You can just grab the shape and drag it. Okay, as soon as you click on the original, it copies. And so you can just drag that and the copy. And notice the copy has the primes on it, so instead of being ABC, this is A prime, B prime, C prime, and you can drag it to wherever you like. You could also use the arrow buttons. Okay, so in this case, you could just say, okay, I'm going to go 4 steps to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 step up, like that, and then click the check button to see if you're right. All right, we're given a whole bunch of different kind of notations: translation notation, and arrow notations. So in this question, we're being asked to move the shape, the triangle, back 2 steps and then down 8 steps. So back 2 and down 8, like so. All right, let's go to the next level. The next one is reflections 1. So we have reflections 1 and reflections 2. We have rotations 1 and rotations 2. We have dilatations 1 and dilatations 2. And the difference is, one's pretty easy, and the 2 levels, you're being asked to plot individual points, whereas you're not, the computer does a bit of the work, the iPad does a bit of the work on the first levels. So let's go and have a look at reflections 1. So in reflections 1, you're given a line to reflect across. So it's all about drawing the lines. And if you're not sure about how to draw the lines, you can go and look at the videos on the help page. All right, so y is equal to negative x, which is this line, like that. And once you draw the line, click on the shape to copy, and then click on the reflecting tool. Okay, and it reflects for you. All right. For rotations, here we're being asked to rotate about the origin, negative 90 degrees. So your point of rotation is the origin, and negative 90 degrees is around this way, so clockwise. So I'm going to click on my rotation tool, and then drag, and it rotates automatically. So just like that, and then click the check mark. All right, that's rotations 1, and then dilatations 1. So you're given a shape, you're given a k-factor, and a point of similarity. So the point of similarity is always going to be the origin. And your k-factor, sometimes it's a whole number, sometimes it's a fraction. If it's a fraction, you can always divide by the denominator, multiply by the numerator. It's quite fast that way. And so, for example, if I'm looking at this, I don't know, the A point, which is -10, I'm going to multiply, or it's 0, -10, multiply 0 by 1/5, I get 0, multiply -10 by 1/5, I'm going to get -2. Okay, so if I click on the shape to copy, click on the dilatation tool, and I'm going to drag it towards the center until my A point is on -2, like so, and then check to see if we're right. Alright, so that's dilatations 1. On reflections 2, same kind of questions reflected across different lines, and on this level you have to actually plot the individual points. So you can still use your line drawing tool. So here's my x-axis, and then I'm going to plot the individual points. Turn off your line tool to plot, and my A point is going to be down here at -10. My B is 2 up, so it's going to be 2 below the line. My C is 3 above the line, so it's going to be 3 below the line on the x equals 9 line. All right, and click the check tool to check to see if you're right. On rotations 2, we no longer have a rotations tool, so we're going to have to plot each point individually. This is my point of rotation. I'm rotating positive 90 degrees, which brings us counterclockwise. Everything's going to move down into the third quadrant. So my A is at -5, 11. So my A prime is going to be at -11, -5. My B, which is -10, 11, is going to be -11, -10. And my C, which is at -9, 3, is going to be at -3, -9. Like so. Now that does not look right. Looks like I made a mistake. That might be off. There we are. That looks right. And then click the check button to check to see if you're right. All right, and then dilatations 2. Once again, we don't have a dilatations tool, so we're going to have to multiply each coordinate by our k factor. All right, so you're doing a stretch or a shrink. In this case, 3/4. That is smaller than 1, so we're doing a shrink. So each coordinate gets multiplied by 3/4. So my A point is at 4, 12. So 4 times 3/4 divide by 4 is 1, times 3 is 3. Okay, so it's going to be at 3, and then the 12 divided by 4 is 3 times 3 is 9. So it's going to be at 3, 9. Okay, so there's my A point. And the B point is at 12, 12. So that's going to bring us is -12, 12. So it's going to be -9, 9. Right there. And the C point, instead of being at -8, -4, and so -8, negative times a positive is negative. So 8 divided by 4 is 2, times 3 is 6, so -6. And then my 4 divided by 4 is 1, times 3 is 3, so -6, -3. Like that. Okay, notice it's the same shape, it's a similarity transformation, and it's just smaller. Okay, so this was a shrink as opposed to a stretch. And we click the check mark to check to see if we're right. And there we go. All right, so it keeps track of your score, and if you want to reset a score at any point, you just click the reset score button, and it'll say, are you sure you want to delete the results for this level? Okay, so if you do it on this page, it's only for this level, but if you do it on the main page, it does it for all the levels. So if I click on that, it'll say, are you sure you want to delete all results? So you can say yes or no at that point. I'm going to say no. All right. This is the help page. If you click on the question mark button, it brings you here. And if you click on any of these buttons, it will tell you how to do the plotting or how to do whatever it is that you need to do, okay, in a given level. Some videos that will explain step by step how to do all this. If you click on any of these buttons, it'll just give you a brief description of what the button does. All right, and that's the Transfo program. Have a good day.